What's going on, guys? Got another comic book haul video for you. Got a couple little stacks of books from pickups from the last couple months. Some going back to Memorial Day, some a little more recent. Some dollar pickups, some priced back issues, just kind of a hodgepodge of stuff I've been picking up lately. So go ahead and get started here. These first three books are from the Comic Book World up in Florence, Kentucky. I went up there Memorial Day. Hadn't been up there since last year, so went up there and checked it out. They did not have as many dollar books as I was hoping for, but they did have some $2 boxes and some, I got two magazines actually, more magazines than comics, but it was still fun digging through the stuff. Start off here with this Tiny Toon Adventures magazine. This was $3. This is my first Tiny Toon Adventures comic slash magazine. I don't think they actually had any comic books. I think they were all just magazines. I can't remember how many there were, but this is number 2. And I've seen one of them in the wild before this, but it was in pretty bad shape, so I didn't pick it up. But one of my favorite cartoons from a kid, so happy to find that. And really happy to find this is Comic Scene number 31. The beautiful Wild Star cover on the front. This was $5. The Wild Star was not the reason I picked it up. This is technically the first appearance of Harley Quinn, the animated Harley Quinn in print form, I guess. There's an article about the Batman the Animated Series in here, and there's one picture of Harley Quinn, I think. Try to find it for you. I should have done this beforehand. There is some Peter Pan stuff. Where is it? Oh, there we go. So, Joker's Keeper, there she is. So, it's first appearance of Harley Quinn in print, I guess. So yeah, happy to find that. Obviously doesn't go for as much as the Batman Adventures 12 or the any of her other early books, but it's kind of a fun little novelty for $5. This goes for, between 30 and 50 online, I think, but I was happy to find that. And then the last book I got from Comic Book World was this Atomic Age number 2. This was $2. Just grabbed this. This is a mini series where Mike Okamoto, he does all the interior art, so he's one of my artists that I like, that I discovered when I got back into comics. He doesn't really do anything anymore, but I like his painted style, so I always pick up his stuff when I can find it. So that was all from Comic Book World on Memorial Day. And then while I was up in Florence, I also stopped at, I think it's called Comics to Games. I've been there a couple times. They have a ton of dollar books, and there were actually 50-cent books. It's a lot. It's mostly recent back issues. And they have no organization whatsoever. It's just maybe 30 or 40 long boxes of new stuff just in a corner of the store, basically. So you just kind of start digging and see what you find. So these first few are from the regular back issue section. This is a Ninja Turtles Micro Series Splinter. This is the retailer incentive cover, so I'll grab this one for $5. I got a couple of Moon Knight, Vengeance of Moon Knight issues. These are basically cover price, $4. I never see these anywhere around me for less than like $10 a piece. So I was happy to find what's at number 2 and number 5 and number 4. A little out of order there, but pretty cool. Happy to find those. And then the rest of these books, these were all in the 50-cent boxes. Like I said, they were just scattered. No rhyme or reason. I'll dig through the first couple and found 5 copies of this book, and that's what kept me going, because you can see there's only 3 here. I've already sold 2 of these, but I was hoping once I found these, I thought there might be a bunch of like Absolute Batmans or that first appearance of Helverine that's going for like $50 or $60. So that kept me digging. I did not find any of that stuff, unfortunately, but found a couple other things. It was funny when I took my stack up to the counter, the lady asked me where I got them from, because I got some of these Absolute Task Force books, and she was like, "Oh, the Absolute stuff shouldn't be over there." I was like, "Well, it wasn't the Batman stuff or anything." So she had to call the owner, and he didn't answer, so she was like, "Okay, I'll just give them to you." And then she asked me why I had so many copies of that one, I said it was because people like the cover. She's like, "Oh, are you gonna sell them?" I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna try to." So, I guess she didn't charge me any extra or anything, and it's kind of funny. So, got a couple copies of these Absolute Power Task Force. These are all the Stephen Platt covers. These mugshot covers. There's one for each of the Justice League, I guess. I saw these when they first came out, but I was not going to pay $5. That's what cover price on these are. So just waited and was happy to find them. So I got Superman is number 1, Aquaman is number 2, Batman is number 4, Flash is number 5, and Martian Manhunter is 7. I think there's Wonder Woman and maybe one more, maybe Cyborg or something, I'm not sure. So I was happy to find those, especially for 50 cents each. Then got a couple issues of Totally Awesome Hulk. Got number 6 and number 17. I picked these up because I know Frank Cho did the covers. I think he did the interior art. Did he do the interior art on the early issues as well? Yeah, he did the interior art. That looks like him at least. The credits they give on these older issues are not great. It doesn't say who the pencils were, but he did the cover at least for that one. I'm not sure why I picked up 17. It was only 50 cents, so I thought maybe Cho did the interior, but he didn't even do the cover, so whatever. Only 50 cents. Next, just a fun Rocketeer book here. This is one of the recent series. This is cover B of Den of Thieves. Got a reprint of Hush's first appearance. This is a 608 special edition. I've never read that series before, so thought I'd pick it up. First one for 50 cents. Got a fun little preview book here for the Unity 2000 crossover, the old Valiant crossover they did in the late 90s. Got a Wildstorm Universe 97. This is just a gallery book, I think. Nice wraparound cover. I always pick those up when I can find them for cheap. Got Gen 13, 13C. This is a Campbell cover that I didn't have for my Gen 13 run. Just a fun crossover here. Backlash and Spider-Man. This is, I think I've got number 1. That's not the wraparound, but this is the American, you can see, American exclusive entertainment edition. So happy to find that. Just a couple more from this shop. Got Spider-Boy number 1. Mass Effect Invasion number 3. Got the Elusive Man there on the cover. Martin Sheen from the video game. And then a couple more spec books here. Incredible Hulk 6. This is, I think, first cover appearance of the Western Ghost Rider, or the whoever that is, whatever character that is. I'm not sure. It looks like some version of the Ghost Rider. Maybe from the Old West, I'm not sure. And then another Ghost Rider, its first appearance, or first cover appearance of whoever that is too. These are both on some hot lists a few months ago, so just grabbed those because they were 50 cents each, and got them listed for sale now, so hopefully I can get 10 or 15 bucks for those. Then I picked up some books from Great Escape here in Louisville. They were doing another sidewalk sale. But unfortunately, the long boxes they had out on the sidewalk was stuff that I'd already gone through, so I just went inside the store and picked up a couple of things. This Madame Mirage first look, just a cool. This is not the Greg Horn cover. Greg Horn does one of the covers for number 1, and this is just a preview book written. It's Paul Dini, and then Kenneth Rocafort does all the interior art, so that's just kind of got tells you what's going to happen, I guess, in the first couple pages of number 1. Really cool interior art by Rocafort, and then you can see it's got his signature on there. So, not big into signature books or getting stuff signed, but for 50 cents, why not? And this was a fun one. This is Shazam number 9. This is a Kari Andrews cover that I didn't have. This one was 50 cents as well. It's not his normal style, but I do love the Shazam movies, so it's kind of it looks like the Shazam from that movies, so happy to find that. Then got Transformers number 1. This is the 1 in 10 variant from the newest series from Skybound. I haven't read any of it. I've just picked up a few of the covers, a few of the issues based on the covers, and this one was $7 for a 1 in 10 variant, so can't go wrong with that. And then another signed book for someone who doesn't like signed books. 2 is quite a bit. This one was $14. This was a Trilogy Tour Part 2 from 1998. It looks like it's some of the independent creators around that time. I just grabbed it because it's got Stan Sakai on their cover there, and it's got his signature as well. And there's a Usagi story on the inside. So I'd never seen it before, so thought it looked pretty cool. Why not? And then the last 4 books I got here are from the pop-up comic shop they do every summer. The father and son team, the father used to own a comic shop in southern Indiana, and he sets up every summer out of his garage. And he does a pretty good job of flipping the inventory, so picked up a few books here from him. This one was Batman Earth 1 Special Preview Edition. Looks like they might have given this away at the movie theaters or something. I'd never seen it before, so why not for $1? And then the last 3 books are G.I. Joe books. This is G.I. Joe number 22, Real American Hero from Image. I grabbed this one just because it's a Michael Turner cover. I think in my last video with all those G.I. Joe books, I had the sketch cover of that. Or maybe I picked that up at the G.I. Joe convention. I haven't showed that yet. Anyway, either you've seen the black and white sketch version of this already, or you're going to the next video. So I found that one. That was $3.50, and then the last 2 were $8 each. This is $2.47. This is the cover A. It's got Storm Shadow and Don Moreno on there fighting. I think this one goes for a little bit more than $8. That's probably why I grabbed it. And same thing for this $2.55. It's that cool John Royal cover with Baroness and Destro. Got the gold dome Destro with the cape on, looking very piamp. So can't go wrong with that. And it looks like it's connecting cover there because that's a knife, a hand holding a knife from, that's not Baroness. So John Royal very much in the J. Scott Campbell style. So I like him as well. So I was happy to find a couple books that I needed for my ever-expanding G.I. Joe collection. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you later. Bye.